What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. So today, it's just going to be a video where I am testing K9 Cyber Dragons. It is not the final deck list. It is testing for a reason. We're trying to find the correct ratios and the best way you can play K9s and Cyber Dragons together. So this is part one. I will show the deck list that I decided to play at the end of the video. And guys, in the next video, it's going to be a different change because I have been testing this deck and making changes. And I will also provide my reasons for these changes as we go through the replay. So we are going up against the Branded Dude. I will add a link to his channel in the description below. But the Branded Dude won the rock, paper, scissors, and they decided to go first. In our opening hand, we have Case of K9, Cyber Dragon Nashter, Cyber Dark, Claw, Therion King Regulus, Cyber Emergency. Opponent has Branded Opening, Albaz, Mercuria, Troll, and Branded Fusion. So opponent will start their turn by entering the main phase to activate Branded Opening, discard Albaz, summon Aluba. Aluba effect will add Branded Lost to their hand. We have no response, no draw. Activate Lost, activate Branded Fusion, no Ash Blossom, so we're going to sit back and watch this. Send Albaz and Lubellion to the graveyard to summon Albion. Albion effect is channeling 1, Lost is channeling 2 to add Cortesia to their hand. Banish Albaz and Aluba to summon Lubellion from the extra deck. Lubellion effect, discard Cortesia, shuffle back Albaz and Lubellion to summon Mirror Jade. Then opponent will tribute the Albion to summon Lubellion from the grave. Lubellion effect will place Regained in the spell and trap zone. Proceed to the end phase, activate Lubellion to set Branded Banishment. One way they can go into Lad or I think it's the Star Source Dragon, the one that pops up to 2 cards, I believe. Then Cortesia's effect to add itself back to hand. Now we start our turn, we join to Cyber Jormungandr. Now the first point I want to bring out is if you decide to play full Cyber Dragons, there are cards in the Cyber Dragon engine or deck that actually has lock. We already know about Cyber Dark Chimera, how it locks you into using dragons and machine cyber monsters for fusion materials, but Cyber Dragon, Nashter, and Cyber Jormungandr have their own effects where you're locked into machines for the rest of this turn. Now, unfortunately, it doesn't lock you into machines only from the extra deck. It's just for the rest of this turn. Extra deck, main deck, graveyard, etc. You're locked into the machines, and that does clash with K9s because they're obviously not machines. They're warriors, aquas, and pyro. So the downside is you either, if you do decide to play Nashter and Jormungandr, you need to correctly sequence your combos to not lock yourself. Or, as I think this is the best way, as you guys have already pointed it out in the comment section below from the previous video, you probably need to take out Jormungandr and Nashter so that you don't lock yourself and you are able to use K9 engine to its maximum potential. So that's point number one, but let's carry on. So we're going to enter the main phase, activate Case of K9, add Azuna. I added Azuna because we already know that Droll is our biggest enemy. So as you can see, we got hit with Droll. I added Azuna because Azuna can at least just special summon herself from the hand since our opponent activated a monster effect, so we can do one form of K9 play and bring out some Xyz monster because we won't be able to continue with Cyber Dragon play. So that's the reason. We could have added Jockle because we do have a level 5. It will probably lead to the same outcome, but let's see what happens. So I was just thinking on res what to do, and of course we're going to activate the Azuna to special summon herself from the hand on summon effect to send Lupus to the graveyard. Now here we activated Jormungandr. Now officially here you would be locked into machines, but our opponent activated Mercuria to negate, so we're not locked anymore. But no Infinity for us because Jormungandr got negated. It won't summon Infinity. Cool. So we're going to continue playing. We activate Lupus effect to special summon himself from the graveyard. Perfect opportunity for our opponent to activate Mirror Jade, which he does, sending Rinbrim to the graveyard, and our opponent is obviously going to banish the Lupus. We had no response to that. Then activate Nashter, discarding Jormungandr to the graveyard, special summon itself, use Nashter effect to reborn the Jormungandr. Opponent lets it go through. On resolution, opponent will activate the Branded Banishment, target Albion to special summon, and then fusion summon into Chaos Star Source Dragon. That's the name of the card. Then on summon effect is going to target our Nashter and Jormungandr to destroy. I activate Therion King Regulus. Even though this does nothing, technically we did lose in this position, but we just got to play through. Summon the Regulus. I enter the battle phase, destroy the Chaos Star Source Dragon, proceed to the end phase. Opponent draws for turn, draws into fusion duplication. enter the battle phase just to attack our Therion King Regulus to get rid of our negate, set the fusion, duplication, and pauses for turn. We join to Ash Blossom. In the main phase, we activate Cyber Emergency, add Cyber Dragon Core to our hand. No draw, thankfully. Normal Summon Core, Core Effect, add Cyber Dark Realm to our hand. Opponent will obviously activate Mojade because if he doesn't, it will get Contact Fused away. So sending Titanclad to the graveyard, opponent's going to banish Cyber Dragon Core. Then we're going to activate Cyber Dark Realm. Cyber Dark Realm will get Cyber Dark Chimera to our hand. Then on resolution, opponent's going to activate Fusion Duplication, targeting the branded Fusion, sending Serenia and Albaz to graveyard to summon Lubellion. Lubellion effect, discard Cartesia as Chainlink 1, Serenia as Chainlink 2. Serenia will dump Mag. Then opponent will shuffle back the Albion and Albaz to fusion summon into Bowload Furious Dragon. Chainlink 1 lost. Chainlink 2, Bowload Furious Dragon, targeting the Lubellion and our realm to destroy. That technically stops us from normal summoning. And guys, here we lost this because we can't even normal summon. So only thing I could do is just going to Typhon effect, shuffle back the Bowload Furious Dragon, which I actually should have just shuffled back the Mojade. But anyway, we proceed to the end phase. Cartesia will add itself back to the hand. Titanclad will activate to special summon from the deck, and we're obviously going to Ash that, but our opponent still had the Mercuria. So Quem will hit the field. Quem effect is going to send Branded in High Spirits. That's the name of the card. High Spirits will add itself back to its hand because a fusion I believe it said if a fusion monster was sent to the graveyard this turn. Yes, that is correct. Then Rinbrum to summon Albaz. Albaz effect to fusion summon and regain Chainlink 2 to shuffle back the Rinbrum to draw a card. Opponents will use our Typhon and then fusion summon into Starving Venom Fusion Dragon. Quem effect because a fusion monster left the extra deck to bring back Lubellion, and we just scoop. That was game. Should have done it sooner. Why was I wasting your time? So we're going to game number 2, and now we are going first. In our opening hand, we have Cyberdark Claw, Infinite Track, Crab, Crane, Cyberdark Realm, Power Bond, and Cyber Dragon Nash. The opponent has Branded High Spirits, draw again for Walos, branded in red, and Aluba, the Jester of Despia. So another point number 2 I wanted to bring out is, since we're playing the Genius, the Link 2, Clifford Genius, yes, there we go. There are 2 other cards, 2 other level 5 machine monsters we are playing. One of them being the Infinite Track Crab Crane, and the other one being the Disciploster. So 2 cards that you're able to search, and you can summon them, but they have their specific conditions. For example, Crab Crane, you need to tribute an Earth Machine monster. The downside to that is that it increases the number of, I'm going to describe it as bricks. The number of bricks you play. These are one-offs that you play. They don't start anything on their own, and they're just bodies, but they cannot do anything on their own. So that's the downside. So you also need to decide, if you're going to play K9 Cyber Dragons, do you want to play these additional one-offs? Is it worth it? Even though these cards really do help you to bring out a really good end board, it does affect you competitively, guys, because you don't really want to brick. You don't want to draw into dead cards. And the question is, can you still end on your strong board without Infinitrack, without Disciploster, or just without any other extenders that are just bricks in your hand and are only required for combo? And personally, down the line, I do decide to make the change to just remove one of them. You guys will see that in the next video though. But let's carry on with this replay now. So we're going to enter the main phase. We're going to activate Cyberdark Realm. Cyberdark Realm is going to add Cyberdark Chimera. On resolution, opponent will drop the draw. Now, technically this would end our turn, but I had to set up something against the branded dude. So let me show you guys what I did. It did require some thinking. I had to correctly sequence it. So we're going to use Realm Effect, normal summon our Chimera. We're going to activate Nash to discard a monster. So we can discard the Cyberdark Claw to special summon itself. We don't use Nash's effect. Number 1, we don't have any ideal targets. Number 2, we don't want to lock ourselves into machines yet. We use Chimera, link summon into Clockwork Knight. Chimera effect to discard the Worm. Worm effect, sending as cost Cyber Dragon Core. We don't send Hertz because you won't be able to use Hertz effect to add Cyber Dragon from the deck to the hand under draw. Worm will special summon itself. Then we activate our Infinitrack Crab Crane, tributing Clockwork Knight to summon itself. That's 2 level 5 bodies. We use those two level 5 machines to go into Cyber Dragon Nova. Since we already have a Cyber Dragon name in our graveyard, we'll use its effect to reborn our Cyberdog Worm because it is a Cyber Dragon while in the graveyard. Then we Xyz summon Infinity and then use Nashter and Worm to link summon into SP Little Knight. Cool, we ended on something, yay, but is it enough? We're about to find out. Opponent draws into another draw. This draw is just stuck to his hand. Enter the main phase. Opponent will activate Branded in High Spirits. This is a 3-off in the Branded deck. I do know how important this card is since Branded Fusion is limited to 1, so I took the risk and we're going to negate Branded in High Spirits. Opponent's normal summons a Luba and that defeats our purpose. Opponent still got access to Branded Fusion. Then opponent will activate Branded Fusion, we let it go through, no response. Opponent will send Tragedy and Albaz to the graveyard to fusion summon into Lubellion. Lubellion effect, discarding for Wallace, Chainlink 1, and then Chainlink 2 will be Despian Tragedy to add a Despian monster, I believe. They'll add another copy of a Luba. And then they'll shuffle back the Albaz and Lubellion to go into our, not ours, his Mirror Jade. Our boy's Infinity. Opponent will enter the battle phase, attack into Infinity with Mirror Jade, and then a Luba will attack into SP. I misclick over there. Opponent will set Branded in red, and then they will proceed to the end phase. We draw for turn and rejoin to Therian King Regulus. Since we control no monsters and only our opponent does, we can activate Cyber Dragon Core's Graveyard Effect to summon Hurts from the deck. Opponent is thinking whether to respond to this, and on resolution, they will activate Mirror Jade to banish our Hurts. Activate Therian King Regulus. I did target Proco Knight to equip. We just entered battle phase, attack into a Luba. Honestly, guys, can't really do anything here. But in the end phase, opponent activates Albion, and we're obviously going to negate it with Therian King Regulus to deny them access to any other branded spells or traps. Branded in High Spirits will add itself back to hand because a fusion monster was sent to the grave this turn. Opponent starts their turn by drawing into Branded Opening. Normal summon the Luba, and I just scoop. There's no point there. I have nothing to negate, nothing to stop it. So, guys, this brings us to the end of this replay. Now, I'll just go to the deck list just to show you guys what we did play. Just a summary. Number 1, we need to discuss about the fact that whether Cyber Dragon, Nova, Nashter and Jormungandr need to be played because of their locks. And number 2, the additional bricks and one-offs that you play for the sake of just combo pieces, whether they're worth it or not. But let's check out the deck list. Okay, guys, so this is deck list. As you can see, 44 cards in the main deck, and just to highlight, we have the Infinitrack Crab Crane, we have the Disablaster. These two are bricks in our hand. Then we have the full K9 engine. It's the same as the first video, but then there is no draw here, so that is why when we got hit with draw by the Branded dude, it really did hurt us for the most part. So after this, I will be adding Droll and Lockbird into the main deck, and I think I'll still make the changes, try and see, do we still need to play these? And also the other thing is, do you really need to play all K9 engines? For the most part, we are still playing the same amount of ratios for our Cyber Dragons and Cyber Dogs, but now Izuna is the only most impactful card because it can activate during your opponent's turn as a hand trap. And Draw Call is basically if you just have it in your hand, along with any of the level 5, Cyber Dragon, Cyber Jormungandr, Cyber Dog Worm, Disablaster, or Infinitrack Crab Crane, then you can do something. So for some degree, or to some degree, it can be a brick in your hand if you have no other level 5s to reveal. So that's another reason why people play under 40, to make sure they can see other level 5 monsters in their hand, or just see the Case of K9 to be able to search. But otherwise, guys, this will just bring us to the end of this video for our testing part 1. I will see you guys in the next video. Naughty Nev signing out. Peace.